Hi Go Method admins, welcome to Implementation 101. In this tutorial we are going to cover these topics to get you started with the basics. So sit back and enjoy. Hello everyone, we are here at the home page of Go Method where a list of your trips will be located. And to start with some administrative tasks, you might want to go to Admin, Settings. Within the settings you will want to go to General. And within General, we have three options. We have Global Settings. It gives you a way to set your number format, your time zone, and your default country. Enable or disable two-factor authentication, just an extra layer of security for you and your users. A custom domain, something you could work with your IT department to create a special URL for your account, for your home page that people go and browse the trips. Software integration, key one here is your CHMS or any other platform that your organization uses to integrate with Go Method. Right here we're using Ministry Platform, but this could be Fellowship One, this could be Planning Center, this could be a variety of the ones that we integrate with. You would want to go here and then select whatever is appropriate for your organization and the settings of your database. Another key setting under software integration is Payment Merchant. Come here and you input your information from the merchant provider that you use within this list, and then you would be able to start using online donations. Theme, we have a place for you to upload your logo. Choose a theme for your look and feel of your organization, or you can create a custom one by putting in the color codes that are appropriate for what you would like it to look like. Another key one would be Public Home. Here, this would be a general description of your team's or your organization's landing page. Your trips, whenever they click on the trips link within your landing page, what that would look like and what kind of logo you want there. Your outreach partners, if you have that enabled. Events and groups. Again, this would be creating 4 different pages on your landing page, and you can visit these landing pages by going to public URLs. Click on those and visit those. So that would be a great place for you to get started on creating some settings. Okay, now we're going to go into Admin, Email Settings. Within email settings, here are different notification style emails that can be sent whenever they're triggered by the different scenarios. For example, trip decision emails. Whenever you approve an applicant, you can customize your email subject and the body of the email for when an applicant is approved for that trip. What we have here is different tags on the right-hand side that you can embed into the email body, which will make it dynamic. So it would say, "Hi, John Smith," "Hi, Clark Kent," or "Hi, whomever." And then in the body, you can also add hyperlinks to send them to other resources as necessary. So take an opportunity to go into your email settings and customize the messaging that you would like to have to your trip participants. All right, after we finish with our email settings, we can go into Admin, Emergency Contacts. You can decide if you want to ask for the emergency contact information, how many emergency contacts are required, 1 or 2, and what information that you would like to pull down. It's automatically going to be full name, relationship, and phone number, but if you want to add different values such as email address or physical address, this would be a good place to toggle these switches on. Next, we are going to get into the trip building blocks. The trip building blocks consist of 4 pieces that help build your trip when you create it. The first is profile questions, components, the application, and then the references. Okay, starting off with the profile questions, you go to Admin, click on Manage Profile Questions. Here is where you start creating those questions that will be used or be answered by your users whenever they register for a Go Method account. They may not need to necessarily register for a trip, but whenever they're registering for an account to apply for trips. Profile questions can be short answer, paragraph, date, single choice, or multiple choice, and they will always stick on the user's account no matter what application they use. From here, we can go to Admin Components, and components are broken into 4 areas: document, requirements, allocation types, and filters. Documents are where you can create a new document and allow the person to have a signature using the Go method way of signing the document. You would type in your name, you would type in the information that you need to do, whether it's a medical release form or maybe another organization you're partnering with. That's where you can type that information in, and they would be able to sign it. Here's an example of a minor liability form. You can see that it would have the the participant's name, verify, and so forth. So this is a great way to collect some electronic signatures as long as you're using the Go method version of the documents. On the requirements component, they come in 5 different types: signed document, task, upload, download upload, read and accept. A signed document would be a requirement that you just created from the previous step of documents. A task is something that a leader or a trip admin can complete on behalf of the participant. An upload is something that a participant can upload, for example, a copy of a passport. Download upload, maybe they need to fill out a visa application, so they need to download the particular visa in a PDF format, for example, and then they need to sign it, scan it, and then upload it back. And then the last one is read and accept. Maybe you want them to go out and check out the TSA travel checklist, providing them a link to the website. So whenever they read that, they go out and say, I have read this and I accept. So these are really quick ways to give your participants requirements before they complete everything they need to do before going on a trip. On allocation types, another component for a trip is a way to manage the money that comes in that is not donated online. For example, if someone contributes cash or check, or maybe there's a scholarship fund, or maybe there is an internal accounting transfer, you can create however many different allocation types of that donation that you need to make. Again, these are donations that are made manually and not using an online method. Another component is filters. These are ways to categorize your trip for your public homepage. You can create a filter called location, for example, or ministry, or people served, maybe for your outreach partner page. What happens here is your participants or your applicants will go to your public homepage and be able to filter out and isolate what trip they're most interested on. Just a better way for them to browse each trip's offerings that you have. From here, we're going to go to trips, trip components, and we have 3 more types: custom fields, checklist items, and packet types. Custom fields are able to go in short answer, paragraph, date, single choice, and multiple choice. These are just extra information that you may want to have whenever you're creating your trip. For example, maybe you have a video on YouTube and you want to have people view the link on YouTube, and you want all your trips to make sure they have a link to the video. Or maybe you want to have a specialized date, and maybe all of your trips are going to have a meeting date as an entire organization, and that's something you want to put out there. So you can see whenever you create it, you have the name of the field, whether it's required or optional, and whether it's visible on that public page or not visible. So this is something that your team members can use to create the trip and then also view out on a public. So everyone can see whenever they're trying to apply and get more information, but you want it on every trip. Another one is checklist items. These are that recommended items that you need someone to pack. So they're a little bit different than requirements. Requirements are just that they are required. A checklist is maybe that recommended list of items that you think someone should take. For example, the name of the checklist is pack your carry-on item. Here's what you think they should pack. Here's not what they should not pack. So something that is just recommended for your participants to do. And the last one is packet types. So we have a way for you to download in a PDF format different information from the system. And you can download all the requirements. You can download a roster with the basic information, the profile questions, the emergency contacts, and the requirements. You can create whatever kind of packet that you would need in a paper format when you're out in the field when you may not have the internet access. Okay, the next one that we're going to talk about is getting to the application. So go to TRIPS, Applications, and this is where you can start to build an application. You have two sections, the application and the applicants. Applicants just give you a total account of how many applicants have actually used that application. So just one spot to see all applications, whether you create 1, 2, 15, however many you create. This would just give you a place where all the applications can come in. If you go back to applications, and this is where you can create an application. When you create an application, let's take this adult application. It provides a standard URL, and this URL is for general applications, not TRIP specific. You are able to provide a description, and then you are able to create your questions. Just like all the other custom fields that we allow paragraph, short answer, date, single choice, and multiple choice. So you can create your application, and then you're able to later on assign it to however many trips that you need to assign it to when you're building that trip. Now the last part we're going to cover is building the references. So you go to TRIPS, click on References, and we have questions. Create question. You have short answer, paragraph, date, single choice, multiple choice. Again, just like majority of the questions or the fields that we have. We have the different categories. What kind of category you want to create? Is it a relationship, character, spiritual? And so as you create these categories, then your questions will go into those categories. What kind of individuals do you want your participants to ask references of? Whether it's a friend, a life group leader, or pastor, you can do that right here by clicking Add Individual Type. And then Settings. How many references do you need from these different types? You can add multiple rules. You can have 2 from maybe a friend, maybe 2 from a life group, and so forth. And so you can have as many references as you need, and then follow these prompts to update the settings. So the references are very quick and simple to get together, but it requires 4 steps to get it all set in stone for you to have your participants send them out. Well, that is all we have for Implementation 101 for the Go method. Hope you guys learned a lot here, and let us know if you guys need any help. Thanks. Have a great day.